90s, Honda gave us the B Series. It was lightweight, high-revving, and made VTEC a household name. People all over the world fell in love with Honda because of this engine. And then the memes began to hit. But in the early 2000s, the B Series was dead and done. Honda moved on to something bigger, badder, and better. And it has been dominating ever since it's been released. That's right, we're talking about the K Series today and why it's one of the best four-cylinder motors that you could buy, build, swap, do anything to. And why, if you ever see a Honda rolling down the street with a hood exhaust and a laptop in the passenger seat, you should never race it. So the K Series showed up in 2001 under the hood of a Honda Stream. You might not know what that is because it was a Japanese only car and it wasn't really a flashy car. It wasn't built to win races. It was actually just a family van. And the first one ever built was a 2.0 liter engine and was the K24A. But what Honda didn't realize they did was they set the standard. They created the blueprint for the engine that dominates the track, dominates the swap culture, dominates all other Honda motors ever built, and frankly, in my opinion, every four-cylinder ever built. The K20 was actually lighter, it was more efficient, the VTEC was better, it had intelligent VTEC, which was not just like changing the cam lobe position, like changing like which cam lobe is active, it could actually change your cam timing while doing that. In other words, it was able to do all sorts of crazy things with the cam, and it made it one of the most high-revving, crazy engines out there. It didn't really take long before they dropped it in something serious. Introducing the DC Integra Type R.
Racing Spirit R Integra Type R Honda Verno.
And personally, one of my favorite Civics that an American can buy, the EP3 Civic Type R, or as we know it in the States, the EP3 Civic SI. And after Honda put these motors in this car, that's when the world kind of realized the K Series wasn't your average four-cylinder. In the States over here, we got the K in 2002. It came in the Acura RSX, right, base and Type S, and like I just said, my favorite Civic of all time, the EP3 Civic Si. Now, the RSX Type S got the K20 A2, which made around 200 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. That's a lot of revs. I mean, Toyota's been doing that for years, but Honda just has dominated this high-revving motor space, and it's crazy. And the K24 A2 had something amazing in it. It had a full dual VTEC system in it. That means exhaust cam iVTEC and intake cam iVTEC. Both of them, the timing changes on both of them. Both are going more aggressive when you get into that threshold. It was crazy. The Civic Si got the slightly worse version, and some would call the worst K20 out there, the K20A3. It was a more conservative version of the engine and was made to be kind of like that bridge between performance and economy, where it did give good economy, but it also made crazy power if you knew how to build it. And a lot of these people, they knew how to build it. And if you think the K20 madness stops there, Honda gave it one more thing. It took the same aluminum block, the same iVTEC system, the same chain-driven timing. Yeah, that's right, these things had a chain, so these things are indestructible. It gave it one more extra thing, and that's displacement. Let me hear it in the comments. There is no replacement for displacement. That's right, the K24 was a stroked out version of the K20. And you may be thinking, well, that's an Accord engine. And it was first introduced in 2003 in the Honda Accord and the CR-V. It pushed around 160 horsepower, but what it lacked in horsepower, it made up for in torque with that stroke. It wasn't really built as like a race engine or like performance engine, but a lot of guys in the scene saw how much torque this thing was making. It had a taller deck, a forged crank from the factory. Yes, all Ks had forged cranks from the factory. And then in 2004, Honda gave us exactly that. That's right, they knew what the consumers wanted. Introducing the Acura TSX, the K24A2, 200 horsepower, VTEC on both cams, 7,000 RPM range, and the head flowed 1,000 times better than the previous K24A4 or K24A. And this is right around the time when these K20 builds and K24 builds, the swap culture was exploding. K24 blocks with K20 head, Frankenstein builds. The tuning culture, I think, totally changed after the K24 came out, because people were building insane things, because these motors were small and modular and they could fit into any platform that you wanted to shove them in. Now, if you're not a super Honda bro and like you're just kind of like, what are all these numbers and letters and what I know what the K series is, that's the motor, but what is an A4 or an A2? What is the difference? Well, it's basically Honda's way of labeling small changes between the engines. So basically the K series shares the same architecture across the whole platform. The 20 or 24 tells you your displacement, and then the letter and number at the end tell you what it was specifically designed for. Like the K24A4, for example. It was made for the US Accord, not a high-revving beast like an Acura TSX, but more for economy and reliability. So they detuned it a little bit. They only had VTEC on the intake cam. It had a lower compression ratio. It made less power. But the K24A2 in the Acura TSX was made to be a performance engine. So it had better flowing heads. It had VTEC on both cams, and it had iVTEC on both cams. And people realized that you could take these motors and just combine them and make whatever you wanted. I know I said in my previous retrospective video the Fox body was like Lego for big boys, but realistically Honda is Lego for big boys, because they all just somehow, some way, they all just mesh together. They all work together. So now let's get into what makes the K series so special. Why does it love bolt-ons? Why does it make so much torque compared to other 4-cylinders in the market? And why is it just so much better than every other 4-cylinder in the market right now? And it has been in the market. First, we have to talk about the head design. So the K series uses really high flow heads with very wide valve angles. And in stock form, this head flows amazingly. The intake ports on it were much bigger than what you would find on 4-cylinders at the time. You had a bigger throttle body and a nice aftermarket manifold, and even some mild porting on the heads, even though they flowed amazing. And you can unlock some serious power with the right tune. I'm not just saying slap that on and you're gonna make 1 billion horsepower. No, you're gonna need to get it tuned. You're gonna have to get your math rescaled. You can't just slap these mods on and it makes power. It needs a proper tune. But once it's properly tuned, dude, these things pick up insane horsepower from basic bolt-ons. And it's just because they flow so good. Now, Honda revolutionized VTEC, or variable timing control and variable cam timing and all that stuff. They revolutionized it. They were the first people to start coming out with this stuff and mainstreaming. So that's what makes the K20 so special too. The cams in these K motors are phenomenal from the factory. They are great from the factory, and there are a ton of aftermarket choices in cam that you can make, which make these heads flow even better. And to complement the head, the bottom end on these things were solid. And anyone who's built a K series knows what I'm talking about. These things came from the factory with a forge crank, like I said, and the way the crank was made and designed, it was the perfect balance between high revving and producing a ton of torque. And it's chain driven, so you can rev the hell out of these things and not having to worry about a timing belt flying off. And finally, the tuning potential on these things. The K series, the K platform in general, is so modular that they just fit into anything. And there's so many different tuning and variations of it that you can build whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You want to make a VTEC killer setup. You want to run a car with no VTEC. You want to run NA. You want to run turbo. They made freaking roots blowers to go on the front of these things. And I mentioned this earlier, but don't even get me started on the Type S oil pump that was found in the RSX Type S. That will allow you to rev these things out to 9,000 all day long and make amazing oil pressure. Now I hear what you're saying. You might be like, hey Ryan, the K is great for street cars, but I can't see that go down the drag strip. Well, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, drag race, autocross, time attack, drift, rally, all of it. All of motorsports have used this motor or this platform to build winning cars. Now, Honda, whether you're an OG Honda fanboy or you're just getting into the car scene, Honda has always meant a lot of things to a lot of different people. But that H badge has always meant something a little extra to me. And the car, especially from Honda, that always holds a place right in here is my old EM2 Civic. It wasn't my first car, but it was the first car that got me into cars. It introduced me into working on them, on improving them, on modifying them, and going to meet. I remember going to meets in my EM2 Civic and feeling like the coolest person in the world because I had a catback. And that was years and years ago when like I first graduated high school. That car was my entry point into the automotive community. I made friends through that car. I made connections through that car. I made a literal fuck ton of memories in that car. And when I got that car, I didn't know shit about shit when it came to mechanics or automotive. I knew very, 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 very little. I still know very, 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 very little. I don't say I know everything. I know barely anything. But back then I didn't know my ass from my elbow. But I did love modifying it, and I thought it was so cool. Like, I had dreams of doing an eBay turbo kit, and then that's when I found out about the K series motor, and I did a ton of research. Like, I would be up to 1 or 2 in the morning on my phone or on my laptop researching these K motors, how people K swap different platforms, what makes them so great, why is everyone doing this swap, like what's the difference? Oh, what's dual overhead cam versus single overhead cam? Because my EM2 had a little shitty D17, the worst D series engine ever. And then after a while, I was like, this is my dream. When I finally get some big boy money, I'm gonna put a K series motor in it. And then life happened. And that dream kind of got crushed. And not in the metaphorical sense, the literal sense. A Dodge Dakota with a nice bull bar on it literally rammed into the back of me. But the car, because it was a 2004 Honda Civic EX, it was a total loss. Insurance wasn't gonna pay to get that fixed. And I was a broke college student at the time. I didn't have money to do body work to get it fixed. So I got rid of it. And that's when I moved on to the TDI. But I'll never forget the memories I made or how that car made me feel or that dream of putting a K-Series in what is considered one of the worst Civic platforms out there. The 7th gen Civic is hated on hard, but I love it. Hey guys, if you guys made it this far, I just wanted to say thanks for watching my K-Series video. I know this is kind of like a little out of the blue kind of retrospective. Like, this guy just did a retrospective on Fox bodies. Now he's talking about fucking rice cookers. I can see the boomers in the comments losing their shit already. But yeah, the K and the Honda badge, they kind of touch something in my heart here, and I don't know what it is, but it's one of those things. Like, I love them. I think they're super cool, and I think they're super fun. And if you guys are enjoying these like kind of retrospective deep dives into like platforms and series and what made them so great, leave a comment down below and just be like, hey man, this is a cool video, I really appreciate it. Or hey man, your videos suck, go back to talking about Mustangs. Or hey man, just stop talking and shut the fuck up. That's fine too. You know, if you guys do like these retrospectives though, and this is your first time seeing the channel, definitely check out my Fox body retrospective. I worked super hard on it and it's super cringy, I think, but you guys seem to love it, so that's cool. And seriously, the support on the channel has been amazing. Like, I never thought I would reach, I went from 170 subs to, I think I'm at like 215 now. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. Like, it literally means the world to me. Like, I thought I would only have like 10, and now I'm at 215, which is not like a crazy milestone, but to me it is. Like, 215 people want to watch some of my videos and don't think I'm super stupid. They think I'm tolerable as a human being. It's pretty cool. And literally, huge shout out to whoever, someone used the affiliate link with CV Fab, and whoever did that, you literally made my entire ship out. Like, I've been doing overnights, and I got back from doing a 12-hour watch and saw the email that someone used my affiliate code. I lost my mind. I was so happy. So huge shout out to you. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. And every dollar that comes in from affiliate links or is made from this channel is literally going back into it, whether it be car parts, builds, upgraded equipment. Like right now I'm using my GoPro and this shitty little mic. I have some cool stuff I have planned. I've just been super busy with coming back and forth to the ship, and I'm getting married in October, so that's also been like a huge craziness going on in my life, but I'm super excited for it. But I have some cool stuff that I have planned, and thank you guys just so much for everything. I really appreciate it, and I don't think I can say it enough. I don't think I can say thank you enough. I wish there was a way I can thank you more, but I don't know how. But yeah, if you guys like the video, you like the retrospective stuff, leave a like, comment, hit that sub button. Thanks for watching.